Sustainability. It is a word often juggled about among mountain folk. We all claim that we do our part by recycling bottles and paper. But here in Boone, North Carolina, a small town on the cusp of environmental sustainability, we are making a big difference at a large scale. With a relatively small population of 17,000 year-round residents, and then an annual flux of students that can up to double this, Boone and the Appalachian campus have made significant strides towards better interactions with the surrounding environment. It all starts by simply recycling what we walk on every day with our own 2 feet. Concrete recycling is a growing initiative here in Boone, spearheaded by the J.W. Hampton Company. It is the only company capable of recycling concrete in the Boone area. At their plant off of Highway 421, they are able to recycle concrete, asphalt, and other rock. The process is about the same for each material, with a few minor differences. For example, since concrete contains steel, it must be removed while being broken down for reuse. There is specialized equipment that is used to aid in these processes. Mr. Hampton started recycling concrete back in 2009 when working on a project with the Blue Ridge Parkway. Here he explains some of the different projects the J.W. Hampton Company has worked on.
Most of the projects have been related to ASU, the Blue Ridge Parkway, and then NCDOT's getting into it a little more. We've helped recycle some concrete out of old bridges, so the NCDOT is getting a little more involved in recycling, but they're not totally yet, but it's going that direction. Student Union, the cafeteria, some of the work when they remodeled it come down here. The big new building that's there now, we did a tremendous amount of work there. We tore down 2 buildings there, but I can't remember the names of them. There were 2 buildings there that were torn down and brought down. Open theater thing, they tore it out and recycled it. A lot of times, in some instances, the main contractor will subcontract to me to do the demolition or to do the recycling. Some of it is directly from ASU, but the majority of it is from another contractor where I sub doing the recycling. But a lot of it, I do a lot of it, the total demolition and recycling, do both. Okay, they bring it in here, they can be large pieces. They can be 6 foot long and 4 feet wide or whatever. A lot of the concrete will have rebar in it, especially out of the footers. Well, if it's got rebar in it, I've got a machine that kind of crunches it so we get the rebar out of it. If the rebar is shorter than 4 feet or 5, it goes directly into the crusher. But if it's great big long pieces, we got a specialized piece of equipment that cracks it up and we get the rebar out of it and then run it through the impact crusher. It gets separated out and that's taken to the local used or scrap iron place. The majority of the material is crushed into what we call crusher run. It's just from your dust size up to 1.5 inches. That's called crusher run. Once in a while we do run some, if I want to pull the sand out, it makes like 3 products. I can make the sand product, which is 3/8 of an inch and smaller, and then from 3/8 to 1/2 inch is what they call 70/8, and then from that to 1.5 inches is called 57s. I can make 4 products, but the majority of it is crusher run, and that is a road-based material where you put down for the base of road or parking lot or whatever. I don't go out soliciting, I don't go out to just buy it because they come to me. We have a tipping fee here. Any material that's like from a building or street or whatever, you just can't take it out and dump it. You got the Watauga County landfill, and their tipping fee is outrageous. It's like $45 or $49 a ton. My tipping fee is $12.
Wow.
And I recycle it. They just bury it. In most cases, yes. Now, I haven't run any to put back in concrete or to put back in asphalt yet, but I am going to. That's something that the state of North Carolina is working on it right now to come up with a gradation and, you know, what they want. But a lot of states already have it, that it goes right back into the concrete or it goes right back into asphalt. Now, North Carolina does, the recycle asphalt, they are using it. And they're kind of playing with the recycled concrete for base material right now. But it will eventually, they'll come up with a deal. Because, like I say, a lot of the other states already have it. Yeah, I'm not in a remote location, but there's no power lines around here. I'm real close. So I put in a solar panel, and it's been in, it'll be 5 years in spring. And it's worked great, no problems whatsoever. And all the other electricity I use here, I generate my own power.
The efforts of the J.W. Hampton Company have contributed to making Boone a more sustainable community. They have worked on various recycling projects directly with Appalachian State, including the reconstruction of buildings, parts of the stadium, and other miscellaneous projects. Many students of Appalachian State University religiously attend the football games at Kidd Brewer Stadium. However, few of them know how much the stadium has changed in the past decade. These pictures demonstrate a major addition to the stadium that was fueled by the sustainable resources of the J.W. Hampton Company. The relatively new press box was made from the concrete recycled by their facility. Appalachian State benefits greatly from sustainable projects like this. But we are not the only ones that reap these benefits. Concrete recycling is also being explored across the country and overseas. Being able to dispose of the concrete at the recycling plant saves money and reduces exploitation of natural resources. The J.W. Hampton Company and ASU will continue working together towards accomplishing their sustainable goals. Hopefully, Boone's sustainable efforts will make a significant impact on the betterment of our world.